Vasudeva. Respected friends, welcome you all. Greetings, gratitudes, salutations, congratulations. Let us do all our seven things together. Narayana, Veda Parayanam, common sense thought, Dhyana Purvaka Mantrocharana, Shanti Mantrocharana, Sankalpaha, Upanishad Mantra Parayanam, Upanishad Adhyayinam. Shwethashwathara Upanishad. So sweetly we are guided through karma, through bhakti, through jnana, moksha. Sixth mantra we have to study today with Bhashyam as much deeply, clearly as possible. Let us analyze, understand, accept it, see how that knowledge can be lived for our own moksha. All this we do to invoke the grace of the Parabrahma Ishvara, Jagannatha, Devatagana, Gurugana and Shastragana, and also our Lokasevaka Adi Vyaktitva Vikasa. Let us do this Yajnam, we can call it as. Let us do this Tapasya, we can call it as. Let us do this Upasana, we can call it as. Let us do our this daily committed sadhana. This will continue every day. What has to be done is improving upon this, doing it better day by day. If that much we can understand and do, we are on the path, assured we can be relaxed. Friends, the Vedic chanting, first one, Chandogya Upanishad, we are into Trutiyodhyaya, five khandas we saw yesterday. Let us do the sixth khanda today, seventh khanda, eighth one. Start. Om अथ वेदपारायणम् सामवेदीय छान्दोग्योपनिषद् अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः षष्ठः खण्डः ॐ तद्यत् प्रथमम् अमृतं तद्वसवः ॐ तद्यत् प्रथमम् अमृतं तद्वसवः उपजीवन्ति अग्निना मुखेन उपजीवन्ति अग्निना मुखेन न वै देवा अश्नन्ति न वै देवा अश्नन्ति न पिबन्ति न पिबन्ति एतदेवामृतं दृष्ट्वा तृप्यन्ते एतदेवामृतं दृष्ट्वा पिबन्ति. See, having seen only, they become trupta. They don't drink or eat the naivedyam which we give them. तदेव रूपम् अभिसंविशन्ति तदेव रूपम् अभिसंविशन्ति एतस्माद् रूपाद् उद्यन्ते एतस्मात् रूपाद् उद्यन्ते स य एतदेवम् अमृतं वेद स य एतदेवम् अमृतं वेद वसूनाम् एव एको भूत्वा वसूनामेव एको भूत्वा अग्निनैव मुखेन एतदेवामृतं दृष्ट्वा तृप्यति तृप्यते स एतदेव रूपम् अभिसंविशति स एतदेव रूपम् अभिसंविशति एतस्माद् रूपादुदेति एतस्माद् रूपादुदेति स यावदादित्यः पुरस्तादुदेता स यावदादित्यः पुरस्तादुदेता पश्चादस्तमेता पश्चादस्तमेता वसूनामेव तावद् आधिपत्यगम् वसूनामेव तावत् आधिपत्यगम् स्वराज्यं पर्येता स्वराज्यं पर्येता. अथ सप्तमः खण्डः अथ सप्तमः खण्डः अथ यद्वितीयम् अमृतम् अथ यद्वितीयम् अमृतं तद् रुद्रा उपजीवन्ति तद् रुद्रा उपजीवन्ति इन्द्रेण मुखेन न वै देवा अश्नन्ति न पिबन्ति न वै देवा अश्नन्ति न पिबन्ति एतदेवामृतं दृष्ट्वा तृप्यन्ते एतदेवामृतं दृष्ट्वा तृप्यन्ते त एतदेव रूपमभि संविशन्ते त एतदेव रूपमभिसंविशन्ति एतस्माद्रूपादुद्यन्ते एतस्माद्रूपादुद्यन्ते स य एतदेवम् अमृतं वेद स य एतदेवम् अमृतं वेद रुद्राणामेवैको भूत्वा रुद्राणामेवैको भूत्वा इन्द्रेणैव मुखेन एतदेवामृतं दृष्ट्वा तृप्यते स एतदेव रूपम् अभिसंविशति स एतदेव रूपम् अभिसंविशति एतस्माद्रूपादुदेते स यावदादित्यः पुरस्तादुदेता पश्चादस्तमेता स यावदादित्यः पुरस्तादुदेता पश्चादस्तमेता दिस्तावद्दक्षिणत उदेता उत्तरतोस्तमेता रुद्राणाम् एव तावत् आधिपत्यगं स्वराज्यं पर्येता रुद्राणामेव तावद् आधिपत्यगं स्वराज्यं पर्येता अथ अष्टमः खण्डः अथ यत्तृतीयम् अमृतं तद् आदित्या उपजीवन्ते वरुणेन मुखेन अथ यत्तृतीयम् अमृतं तदादित्या उपजीवन्ति वरुणेन मुखेन न वै देवा अश्नन्ति न पिबन्ति न वै देवा अश्नन्ति न पिबन्ति एतदेवामृतं दृष्ट्वा तृप्यन्ते एतदेवामृतं दृष्ट्वा तृप्यन्ते त एतदेव रूपमभिसंविशन्ते त एतदेव रूपमभिसंविशन्ते एतस्माद्रूपादुद्यन्ते स य एतदेवममृतं वेद स य एतदेवममृतं वेद आदित्यानामेवैको भूत्वा वरुणेनैव मुखेन एतदेव अमृतं दृष्ट्वा तृप्यति वरुणेनैव मुखेनैतदेवामृतं दृष्ट्वा तृप्यति स एतदेव रूपमभिसंविशते स एतदेव रूपमभिसंविशते एतस्माद्रूपादुदेति स यावदादित्यो दक्षिणतः उदेता उत्तरतोस्तमेता द्विस्तावत् पश्चादुदेता पुरस्तादस्तमेता आदित्यानाम् एव तावत् आधिपत्यगं स्वराज्यं पर्येता आदित्यानाम् एव तावदाधिपत्यगं स्वराज्यं पर्येता 3 मंत्र chant them ओम अथ सामवेदीय छान्दोग्योपनिषद तृतीयोऽध्यायः षष्ठः खण्डः ओम तद्यत् प्रथमम् अमृतं तद्वसव उपजीवन्ति अग्निना मुखेन न वै देवा अश्नन्ति न पिबन्ति एतदेवामृतं दृष्ट्वा तृप्यन्ते त एतदेव रूपमपि संविशन्ति एतस्माद्रूपादुद्यन्ते स एतदेव अमृतं वेद वसूनामेवैको भूत्वा अग्निनैव मुखेन एतदेवामृतं दृष्ट्वा तृप्यते स एतदेव रूपमपि संविशति एतस्माद्रूपादुदेति स यावदादित्यः पुरस्तादुदेता पश्चादस्तमेत वसूनामेव तावदाधिपत्यगं स्वराज्यं पर्येता अथ सप्तमः खण्डः अथ यद्वितीयम् अमृतं तद्रुद्राः उपजीवन्ति इन्द्रेण मुखेन न वै देवाश्नन्ति न पिबन्ति एतदेवामृतं दृष्ट्वा तृप्यन्ते त एतदेव रूपमपि संविशन्ति एतस्माद् रूपादुद्यन्ते स य एतदेवम् अमृतं वेद रुद्राणामेवैको भूत्वा इन्द्रेणैव मुखेन एतदेवामृतं दृष्ट्वा तृप्यति स एतदेव रूपमपि संविशति एतस्माद् रूपादुदेति स यावदादित्यः पुरस्तादुदेता पश्चादस्तमेता दिस्तावत् दक्षिणतः उदेता उत्तरतोस्तमेता रुद्राणामेव तावदाधिपत्यगं स्वराज्यं पर्येता अथ अष्टमः खण्डः अथ यत्तृतीयम् अमृतं आदित्या उपजीवन्ति वरुणेन मुखेन न वै देवा अश्नन्ति न पिबन्ति एतदेवामृतं दृष्ट्वा तृप्यन्ते त एतदेव रूपमपि संविशन्ति एतस्माद् रूपादुद्यन्ते स य एतदेवम् अमृतं वेद आदित्यानामेवैको भूत्वा वरुणेनैव मुखेन एतदेवामृतं दृष्ट्वा तृप्यते स एतदेव रूपमपि संविशति एतस्मात् रूपादुदेति स यावदादित्यो दक्षिणतः उदेता उत्तरतोस्तमेता दिस्तावत् पश्चादुदेता पुरस्तादस्तमेता आदित्यानाम् एव तावदाधिपत्यगं स्वराज्यं पर्येत ओम शांति शांति शांति. Friends, today is Srimad Bhagavad Gita Jayanti. Therefore, we will chant Srimad Bhagavad Gita Narayana 15th chapter. Straight. Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavad Gita अथ पंचदशोऽध्यायः पुरुषोत्तमयोगः. श्रीभगवानुवाच ऊर्ध्वमूलमधः शाखम् अश्वत्थं प्राहुरव्ययम् छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि यस्तं वेद स वेदवित् अधश्चोर्ध्वं प्रसृतास्तस्य शाखाः गुणप्रवृद्धा विषयप्रवालाः अधश्च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके न रूपमस्येह तथोपलभ्यते नान्तो न चादिर्न च सम्प्रतिष्ठा अश्वत्थमेनं सुविरूढमूलम् असङ्गशस्त्रेण दृढेन चित्वा ततः पदं तत्परिमार्गितव्यं यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूयः तमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यतः प्रवृत्तिः प्रसृता पुराणी निर्मानमोहाजितसङ्गदोषाः अध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामाः द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ताः सुखदुःखसंज्ञैः गच्छन्त्यमूढाः पदमव्ययं तत् न तद्भासयते सूर्यः न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम ममैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनः षष्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षते शरीरं यदवाप्नोति यच्चाप्युत्क्रामतीश्वरः गृहीत्वैतानि संयाति वायुर्गन्धानि वाशयात् श्रोत्रं चक्षुः स्पर्शनं च रसनं घ्राणमेव च अधिष्ठाय मनश्चायं विषयानुपसेवते उत्क्रामन्तं स्थितं वापि भुञ्जानं वा गुणान्वितं विमूढानानुपश्यन्ति पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषः यतन्तो योगिनश्चैनं पश्यन्त्यात्मन्यवस्थितं यतन्तोऽप्यकृतात्मानः नैनं पश्यन्त्यचेतसः यदादित्यगतं तेजः जगद्भासयतेऽखिलं यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्चाग्नौ तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकं गामावेश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमोजसा पुष्णामि चौषधीः सर्वाः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधं सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टः मत्तस्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यः वेदान्तकृत् वेदविदेव चाहं द्वाविमौ पुरुषौ लोके क्षरश्चाक्षर एव च क्षरः सर्वाणि भूतानि कूटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते उत्तमः पुरुषस्त्वन्यः परमात्मेत्युदाहृतः यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य बिभर्त्यव्यय ईश्वरः यस्मात्क्षरमतीतोऽहम् अक्षरादपि चोत्तमः अतोऽस्मि लोके वेदे च प्रथितः पुरुषोत्तमः यो मामेवमसम्मूढः जानाति पुरुषोत्तमं स सर्वविद् भजति मां सर्वभावेन भारत इति गुह्यतमं शास्त्रम् इदमुक्तं मया नघ एतत् बुद्ध्वा बुद्धिमान् स्यात् कृतकृत्यश्च भारत ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे पुरुषोत्तमयोगो नाम पञ्चदशोऽध्यायः सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः हरि Om. Friends, in today's common sense thought, also we will see Srimad Bhagavad Gita only because that is the tribute we can pay, that is the respects, reverences we can offer to this glorious Gita Mata. So, all the things can be taken into mind and account. Okay, first thing that can be taken into account for discussion is Bhagavan Sri Krishna himself, Paramatma, taking the avatar for dharma samsthapana through shishta rakshana and dushta shikshana. This itself is a huge thing for us to feel and enjoy if we can comprehend that phenomena. That Ananta Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Narayana Paramatma coming as avatar. Any of the avatara, we are talking Krishna. It's a colossal, great happening only. And he is staying on this horizon for 125 years with flesh and blood. Also, something mind blowing and beautiful. Feel all that, revel in that. Then only the Bhagavad Astitva, Bhagavad Mahima are understood. Then only the Bhagavad Bhakti, Sharanagati are done. Then only Bhagavad Kripa and Moksha will come. All problems are sorted. We must keep feeling. And in that amount of years, 125, whatever he lived, his beauty is his arrival, Avatara. In jail it happened. And it is departure. In that Yadavas mutually fighting with each other only. And then one hunter hitting him with that arrow, at his feet. There he is leaving his loka. So his arrival is departure, and in between, every moment he has expressed one or the other lila only to bless, protect the world. Those who wanted protection to protect. Those who want to be blessed, to bless them. Those who want to be guided, to guide them. Those who wanted this or that, to bless that, to give it. Continuously he was on the mission. And study not only Bhagavata Dashamaskandha exhaustively talks about Krishna Avatara, Krishna Leelas, but also the other Puranas where whatever was not mentioned in Bhagavata about Krishna Leelas, they are mentioned. Bhagavata is for Vishnu Avataras. Among them, being latest, Krishna Avatara was more focused by the Shukadeva and Vyasadeva. Shukadeva in speaking, Vyasadeva in writing. That's why only one skanda 10th is for Krishna. Baki sare skanda mein the other 23 avatars also are explained. Therefore, in though 90 chapters, almost everything is conveyed, yet so many other stories not covered. This 10th skanda of 90 chapter is fully sufficient to know Krishna, but refer to other Puranas where many other stories, like you read Skanda Purana, there also Krishna Avatara Leelas. Vishnu Purana you study, there also. All the six Vishnu Sambandhi Purana you can see. Even in other Shiva Puranas also, Krishna Kathas come. Okay? That Krishna who lived every moment a glorious Leela, he again during that Kurukshetra Yuddha, Mahabharata war between the one family members, just so close cousins, children of brother only, children of. At that time, he being such a universal being, yes, yet, he has accepted to take the role of the charioteer. See, that's a big lesson. Work has to be accomplished. Any role required is okay. He took that. Rathasarthi, driver, is not a lesson by itself, right? Then that same Krishna, when Arjuna surrendered with Bhakti Sharanagati, now took up the role of Guru, Jagat Guru, expressed, you know, that he is that Parabrahma and he is that Vishnu and he is the Mula Guru, Adi Guru. Thus, the entire Upanishad Sara in one this flow Bhagavad Gita he has given. The entire Moksha Vidya for all beings. Whoever can listen, study, understand that Vidya given. So the Krishna Mahima we have to keep in mind. So too there, the second one, the Arjuna Mahima, the Shrota of Gita, the Vidyarthi of Gita. He is also one of Naranarayana. Isn't it? Pandavanam Dhananjaya Bhagavan himself says. He is the Indra Amsha Sambhuta, Kriya Dakshata, Karya Dakshata. Isn't it? That's why in the entire Mahabharata, though elder brothers Bhima and Yudhishthira are there, but सारे लोगों को अर्जुन ही क्लिक होते हैं. Not only because of Gita, but because of his total presence and his every type of performance. Again, he also. Whether it is respecting, serving the Bhishma and Drona, the grandson and the Guru, whether it is respecting, serving the elder brothers of Yudhishthira and Bhima, whether it is respecting the mother Kunti and Madri, or loving, taking care of Nakula Sahadeva, or taking care of Draupadi Maya, or he doing the works during Rajasuya Yaga, or even Aranyavasa Kala, Ajnatavasa Kala. From childhood, he stood out specially with all his performances. Arjuna is a Vilakshana character. Great. That's why that Dhritarashtra also chosen Arjuna to be demoralized through Sanjay. He says युधिष्ठिर भीम निपट सकते हैं, अर्जुन मुश्किल है, इसलिए पहले जाकर उसका दिमाग खराब करो. Isn't it? And Krishna also, yes, he said to be his Sarathi. See, Bhima and Yudhishthira also were there. They were elder brothers. Even Drishtadyumna was there, who was the Sainyadipati. Krishna can become anybody's charioteer, no? Arjuna could have said, hey Krishna, फिर मेरे बड़े भाई के रथ से लाओ. He asked for himself, and Krishna said, hey, तुम्हारा क्यों? फिर बड़े भाई ना, let me drive. He didn't say, okay. So, Bhagavan also acknowledges the glory of Arjuna in so many aspects. That's why, though there's a beautiful love bondage between Yudhishthira, Bhima and Krishna, yet something special with Arjuna. Halaki Krishna and Arjuna age gap is more than Yudhishthira and Bhima and Krishna. Yudhishthira Bhima both are elder than Krishna by age, they say. Then Arjuna say, Bada hai Krishna. So, he has chosen Arjuna, proves that Arjuna's character. And throughout Mahabharata, if you read, you see so many of divine values, virtues, abilities, dharma jnana, all of that Arjuna has. As a human being, once and twice, wherever the things have to go wrong, they might have gone. That's okay. That's a part of the total game. Okay, so such Arjuna. And he also, another speciality of him is in this Yuddha Kshetra, when the time and need has come, he surrendered to Krishna and then he asked for the Jnanam and he heard also. He understood also. He utilized that Jnanam also and he got blessed and benefited by that Jnanam. All in one go. Should we not respect such Arjuna has become means and medium for the arrival of Gita for all of us. Our salutations to Krishna and Arjuna. Guru Shishya. Today's Gita Jayanti. Everybody will talk about Gita definitely. Everybody will talk about Gita upar. Nobody goes into Gita. Nobody knows. The other day I was watching in Karnataka. The PM was talking. गीता ये है वो है कहते अरे भाई एक श्लोक तो बोल यार उसका nobody tells. Anyway, now the third character we have to know about is the one, the author. Who is the who made this Samvada Krishna and Arjuna in the Shloka Rupa. Shloka Baddhata में Vyasa ji has done it. Gita is available to you and I through Mahabharata. Mahabharata is Itihasa written by Vyasji, composed. Therefore, in this Bhishma Parva, uh, from these 25 to 42 chapters, this Bhagavad Gita which is seen is composition by him. But the knowledge is of Krishna. And exactly what Krishna said. That alone Vyasa has wrote. What is the proof? Because Vyasa is Vishnu only. Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya or Muni Namapi Aham Vyasaha. So therefore we need not have any doubt that whatever Krishna said, Arjuna said, that alone Vyasa has written. We need not have such doubts. It's Trikalagya. Remember, कृष्ण अर्जुन ने जब डिस्कशन की ऐसे श्लोक के रूप में ही किया है ऐसा नहीं होगा उसको उस भाव को व्यास जी हैज रिटन इन ए पोएट्री फॉर्म महाभारत otherwise the entire Mahabharata was in poetry. We mean to say that the entire thing always happened in poetry only. It's a संभव है क्या? It is all vachanam only. When brothers talk or any discussion or enmity, not always they do in the Sanskrit poem. It's all vachanam. But Vyasa. And then Vyasa is Narayana avatar. And in some place he himself says that for incorporating this colossal knowledge of Gita given by Krishna to Arjuna, that I have written Mahabharata. महाभारत में गीता है नो डाउट बट गीता के लिए महाभारत इसलिए मध्य महाभारतम व्यासेन ग्रथिताम पुराण मुनिना ये है व्यासा's contribution and all the three are Narayana only. Krishna is Narayana, Arjuna is Narayana and Vyasa is Narayana. Therefore the speaker is Narayana, audience listener is Narayana, the author also is Narayana. A unique text it is. That's why its power and its glory. So three characters in short we saw. The fourth one, Geeta Mata herself. From the time it's given in Kurukshetra, any number of years back, thousands, till now, how many hundreds, thousands, lakhs, millions, crores of people having studied Gita got guidance, Margadarshanam from Gita that they got themselves everything what they wanted in life along with moksha. Unginat Sankhya. See that vastness of Gita's service. Gita Mata's service to the humanity, to the beings, to the जिज्ञासु श्रोतास. अब देखो कितना महान है. Even in Yoga Vasishta, Maharamana in one place. Vasishtaji himself tells Rama, in your next avatara, this entire knowledge which I have given you, its summary you will only tell to Arjuna. About Gita, the mentioning comes in Yoga Vasishta. फ्यूचर टेंस में. तो भगवत गीता जी का ही महिमा कितना महान है. So beautiful, millions have got liberated, and how many people themselves getting liberated with the help of Gita have done the prasara of Bhagavad Gita, so that it has come up to us as it is fresh, bubbling and dynamic. इन वन आइडिया सेंटेंस एंड डिजायर तो ये है कि श्रीमद् भगवद गीता शुड बी मेड एज द राष्ट्र ग्रंथ. इट हैज ऑल इट्स डिजर्वेबिलिटीज क्वालिटीज टू बी कॉल्ड एज राष्ट्र ग्रंथ बिकॉज ऑफ इट्स यूनिवर्सल एप्लीकेबिलिटी. है ना देश काल जाति कुल वयो लिंग मत भेद रहित. To everybody who is in crisis and problem, to all of them, the Gita is a guidance. Any religious person, any national, anybody can use that knowledge. It's a pure knowledge. वेद सार भाई, उपनिषद सार है वो, उपनिषद का तो हर एक के लिए है वो. Nowhere in Gita it is said that it is only for Brahmanas, not for others. It is only for Hindus and not for others. It's only for Indians and not for others. It's only for the male and not for others. It's only for adults and not for the children. ऐसा कहीं लिखा है क्या? नहीं ना. हाँ, some योग्यताs definitely are required for anything in this world. है ना. In the end 18th chapter last में कहते हैं, to this person don't give Gita and to this person definitely give Gita. इदम ते ना तपस्काय ना भक्ताय कदाचन न चा शुश्रूषवे वाच्यम न च माम योभ्य सूयते. एमं परमं गुह्यं मद्भक्तेषु अभिधास्यति भक्तिमयि परां कृत्वा मामे वैश्यति असंशयम्. न च तस्मात् मनुष्येषु कश्चिन्मे प्रियकृत्तमः भविता न च मे तस्मात् अन्यः प्रियतरो. The one who has given Gita to everybody, there is nobody in the past who was more dear to me than him, nor in the future too. Bhagavan says, Bhavita nasame tasmat anyah pretar. He says two things. Nasadasmat manusheshu kaschit me priyakruttama. There is no human being in the whole universe who has done more priya or preeti to me than the person who gives Gita Jnanam to my bhaktas. That is the highest of the worship I consider I receive from the bhaktas. मैं प्रियकृत्तमः, मेरे लिए प्रिय करने वालों में श्रेष्ठ. Nobody other than the one who gives Gita. From my side too, Bhavita nacha me tasmat anya priyatara. Me anya priyatara tasmat na bhavita. More dear to me than him also nobody from my side. That way, that glory of that Bhagavad Gita, Krishna himself says. Okay, that way, some yogyatas, arhatas are there. But it is universal text. It's for all. So Narayana gave, Narayana heard, Narayana has written for everyone. Therefore, It can not only become Jatiya Grantha, it can become universal Grantha also. Vishwa Grantha. हाँ, उम्मीद रखो, प्रे करो. It's not any selfishness that therefore because Gita is our Hindu text, therefore it become, if it is made popular or universal text, then we claim something. ऐसा कुछ नहीं. Gita can help everyone. Therefore, it can be Grantha for everyone. Isn't that? And then now we have seen glory of Krishna, glory of Arjuna, glory of Vyasa, and little bit glory of Gita herself. है ना? Then संजय तो अभी सब लंबा चौड़ा सब्जेक्ट हो जाएगा. Directly coming to Gita itself. See its glory. The one day when I was given a chance, 4 5 days in Bhopal to talk on Gita, that is a good thing. Around 10 15 years back. कहीं था वहाँ. I was so happy. 18 Saramshas of Gita I spoke. 18 ways, the essence of Gita. That was a very good thing. Now I also don't remember. बहुत दिन हो गए ना. It was wonderful. So Gita herself, her glory directly if you see, first of all, it is a Upanishad Sara. Sarva Upanishad Gavaha Dogda Gopalanandana Partho Vatsaha Sudhihi Bhokta. All the Upanishads are the cows, Krishna is the milching man, Arjuna is the calf, and the Gita Amrita is the Upanishad Sara. Upanishad is cows, na? The cows Sara is the milk, and cow Rupi Upanishad Sara is Gita. First and foremost, highest is Gita is Upanishad Sara, Vedanta Sara, Jnana Sara. What is the purpose of Upanishad? Giving moksha, of course, through only one possible means, that is Brahma Vidya. Moksha is possible only through Brahma Vidya. Upanishads give moksha through Brahma Vidya. Gita is Upanishad Sara, therefore Gita also gives moksha. Upanishad gives moksha Brahma Vidya, so Gita also is the Brahma Vidya giver. That's why in every chapter end में, in that Pushpika it is called Srimad Bhagavad Gita su Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre. It's a Brahma Vidya, Siddhanta Jnana Paramatma Tattva, Yoga Shastra. It has all the techniques to realize that Brahma Vidya and get moksha. Isn't it? That's why throughout the Gita, Arjuna asked, I am bound, you liberate me. Krishna also says, I will liberate you from all bandhana. And the last assurance Krishna gives is, Mokshayishyami ma shuchaha. Isn't it? It's a moksha grantha. Any other benefits also it may be useful, but best way of using Gita is for this purpose. Now, how the Upanishads teach moksha, how all Shastras teach moksha, how all sadhakas get through moksha, only by utilizing his own personality layers for that purpose. And that utilization of personality layers for that moksha purpose are called sadhanas. In other words, called yogas. Yesterday we saw it in Bhajagovindam shlokas. So, in whole Gita, through these techniques only, the moksha is indicated for us to work out. Gita doesn't give moksha, it guides us towards moksha. We have to follow that guidance and get that moksha. भगवान कृष्ण या गुरु या गीता कोई मोक्ष देते नहीं, हमें लेना पड़ता है. Okay? Not by buying Gita and keeping in the house that we get moksha. And that story we told you the other day, Guru Maharaj and Maniwala. So, we have to take that moksha. So, the three yogas which have to fill our life are the Karma Yoga, the Bhakti Yoga, the Jnana Yoga. Is not Gita is essence of all these three? Summary of all these three, along with exhaustive details. That's why the first 6 chapters, the Karma Shatkam, the second 6 chapters, the Bhakti Shatkam, the third 6 chapters talk about the Jnana Shatkam. So Karma Shatkam talks exclusively more about Karma Yoga or Antavakarana Shuddhi. Bhakti Shatkam talks about the Bhakti Yoga for tuning to the Saguna reality so that we become qualified for the Nirguna too. Then the last 6 chapters, Vibhaga, by separating, discriminating, differentiating between Paramatma and anything other than Him, establishing that Paramatma alone is truth reality, nothing other than Him. These Vibhaga Yogas help through Jnana for the recognition of the reality, thereby enabling us to get the moksha from unreal. Isn't it? गीता का देखो महिमा, कर्मयोग, भक्ति योग, ज्ञान योग, षटकम से हमें मोक्ष दिला. Such Bhagavad Gita Jayanti today. So you can take up a commitment of studying 2 slokas per day. By the end of next year, 2 slokas per day, 300 point into 2, 730, 700 slokas are there or 701. In 1 year, 1 round of Gita can be thoroughly done. Every time when we do, the purity happens. You know that filtering wala example when the Guru asks Shishya to get water with that chhanni. Every time he gets water, water is over. Then he says, इतने बार आप दिलाए ले आए बोले पानी लाने को ला रहा हूं मैं ये तो वेस्ट ही हो गया what excess you give. Guru says no you look at that chhanni whatever it is. It was so dirty earlier, it has become so clean and neat. Means any number of times we study Gita, the knowledge may go away or you may not remember completely. Like the water falls away from that filter. Yet every time, because of the water being brought, the filter is getting clear. Our filter is our own antakarana. Every time study, the antakarana becomes pure. The pure antakarana is one more thought that I must realize the self and get moksha. One more thought that I must get out of this self created nonsense. That itself is filtering. That itself is purification. हर बार जब क्लास में आते हैं गीता का मुझे परमात्मा चाहिए एक थॉट भी कहो दैट इज अ प्योरिटी. Let me come out of the samsara. One thought you entertain, that purity. It's happening to us through everyday's class when you study Gita or any Upanishad. So that way, such a beautiful Gita daily 2 sloka, 1 year 1 round, 10 years 10 rounds. Moksha. अवश्य मिलेगा. Okay. Today on Gita Jayanti day, only we name the 18 chapters names and Bhagavad Kripa. We already started studying second chapter. We will continue. The 18 chapters of Gita Nama are Om Arjuna Vishada Yoga, first one, Sankhya Yoga, second one, Karma Yoga, third one, Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga, fourth, Karma Sannyasa Yoga, fifth, Atma Samyama or Dhyana Yoga, sixth, Jnana Vijnana Yoga, seventh, Akshara Parabrahma Yoga, eighth, Raja Vidya Raja Guhya Yoga, ninth, Vibhuti Yoga, tenth, Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga, 11th, Bhakti Yoga, 12th, Kshetra Kshetragna Vibhaga Yoga, 13th, Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga, 14th, Purushottama Yoga, 15th, Daivasura Sampat Vibhaga Yoga, 16th, Shraddha Traya Vibhaga Yoga, 17th, Moksha Sannyasa Yoga, 18th. नाम तो लिया हमने अभी जो कृपा अनुग्रह होगा हम उसको पढ़ेंगे. So one chapter chanting also we have done today. Right friends? This is what is our today's common sense thought about Gita Mahima. Okay. Now today our third aspect of Mantrocharana Dhyana Purvaka. And when it is Gita Jayanti, why any other mantra? From Gita only, we take up one mantra and chant. And what can be the best mantra today? And one mantra can be Arjuna's crying. Karpanendosopata. That anyway you and I are crying, no? So let us chant today the Charama Shloka, Gita Sara Mantra for some 12 times, the 66th mantra of the 18th chapter. The Bhagavad Anugraha mantra. It's called essence or summary. What we have to do, what Lord will do for us, specifically mentioned there as essence and summary of all that knowledge we gain, all that understanding we gain. That mantra is Om सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः. This is the mantra. Now, very simple this mantra meaning we will see. Otherwise, if you study it with Bhashya, which is there for 4 pages, it will be a 4 days exercise. Okay. Let us study this one. First is Ma Shuchaha. Start becoming worried, start becoming emotional, start becoming disturbed, seeing the problem. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 1 moment, 2 minutes, you can feel sad, emotional, miserable, dukhi when any problem, crisis comes. Continuing it is a delusion, that misery. Then what? Come out of that shoka, find the solution, search for the solution, apply that solution for that problem. That's the meaning of don't cry up, look for the solution. रोने से समस्या का समाधान नहीं होता है ना. एनी समस्या is individual samasya or total samasya. For an individual and total, the outer samasya or inner samasya, and that is the worldly samasya or spiritual samasya. बैठकर रोने से सॉल्व तो नहीं होता ना. सॉल्यूशन जानकर अप्लाई करो तो सॉल्व. Therefore, Bhagavan Mahashuchaha means that way you see. You first understand what Mahashuchaha. Stop crying. Be active. है ना. लाइक हिंदुइज्म को सारे लोग ऐसे कर रहे हैं. अब रोना मत कर. यू करना क्या है वो करो. तो the pillars for Hinduism are the Shastras, the Ashramas, the temples. Re-establish them. The Brahmanas, the Gurus, encourage them. The variety of Sanatana Dharma activities. You keep on sponsoring them, see that they happen. The thing will be taken care. जो करना है उसके ऊपर ध्यान दो ना. Why are you worried? That's called as the meaning of word Mahashucha. Okay? Okay, I stopped crying. Now you tell me, Lord, what I have to do, what you will do. Only one thing you do. Two things. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam braja. Okay. So it is an indicative shloka. It has to be understood beyond the literal meaning of the shloka. Simple essence is what? Sarva dharman samagra rupena krutva. Then only paritaha tyajya. See that parityajya is the word from Krishna's mouth only. Adi Shankara Bhagavan has copied when he gave the meaning of the word. First shloka, prajahati, prapakarshena jahati parityajati. That parityajati word is not of Adi Shankara Bhagavan, it is of Lord Krishna, with which he concludes. And he starts with that. Shankara Bhagavan's glory is that when we study Gita thoroughly, then only little bit will understand. His Vabhasha is the best one for Gita. So, Sarva Dharman pehle acharitva, having practiced all the dharmas, and through that, whatever the Antakarna Shuddhi has to be achieved, having achieved that now, the purpose of all those dharma karmas is over. Therefore, give them up for taking up the higher dharma than that. It's not that Sarvadharman Pariteja is equal to give up everything right from beginning. No. Having done all of that, that is to be Adhyahara. Means you have to add that. Sarvadharman Samagra Rupena Krutva Tatfalena Antakarna Shuddhim Prapya Vairagyam Prapya Mumukshutvam Jignasam Prapya Tadanantaram Sarvadharman वो कर्म रूप होने के कारण they are all reminders of the upadhis and extrovertedness. Therefore, Paritej. Then what to do? Mam ekam sharanam braja. Me, the one without second, sharanam braja. Surrender to me fully. And what is the sharanagati? Is do what I say. What I say is already what I said in the second chapter itself. Realize your oneness with me. With that sharanagati to me, when you follow what I taught to realize the self, you try that, I will bless you with that. Aham tva sarvabhebhya mokshayishyami. Here, when Bhagavan says Aham tva sarvabhebhya mokshayishyami, at that time he is not a mere Krishna there. He is not mere Narayana, but he is Upanishadic Brahma, where in the Upanishad, It is said that yamevesha vrunate tena labhyaha tasya esha atma swam tanum vivrunate. So to that seeker who has sought only Parabrahma Tattva, Parabrahma Tattva herself reveals to him. It is said no. Tasya esha atma swam tanum vivrunate. So it is mentioned as if, that Atma or the Brahman is aware of that sadhaka sadhana and it is revealing itself to that sadhaka. So when he is revealing that Brahman, he is revealing means he is in action, no? So from that sense, Krishna says, Aham mokshayishyami. So what is Aham here? That Brahman only. What is mokshayishyami? Means liberate you from the Jiva Bhava by giving you the Brahmanubhuti. That's the meaning of Aham mokshayishyami. We can take it literally that Krishna being Paramatma has the capacity to give moksha, which he depicted all through his avatara by giving moksha to so many. Throughout all his avatars, he went on giving moksha to only the bhaktas. Therefore, Krishna is capable of giving moksha, you can accept, no doubt. If you have any doubt, that time the Krishna is none but Parabrahma only, who by revealing himself gives moksha to Jiva, wherein the Jiva realizes that I am not Jiva, I am Brahman. Kesha Brahmi sthiti partha na inam prapya vimuhyati. That's what the last sloka of the Sthita Prajna Lakshanas, isn't it? So in this way, this most beautiful sloka. And here also, once you surrender to me and I give you the jnanam and you follow it and realize you are Brahman, there is no reason for shoka. You can never be again shokagrasta for any reason, anytime. That's the second and last meaning of moksha, mashucha word. So महाशिक्षा को पहले अधिकारित्व के लिए स्वीकारना है, लास्ट में एज ए रिजल्ट. दिस इज द मंत्र chanted. Om sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tva sarva papebhyah mokshayishyami ma shuchah. Om sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tva sarva papebhyah mokshayishyami ma shuchah. Om sarvadharman parityajya मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः. ॐ सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः. ॐ सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः. ओम सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः. ओम सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः. ओम सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः. ओम सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः. ओम सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः. ओम सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः. ॐ सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः. ॐ सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वा सर्वपापेभ्यः mokshayishyami ma shuchaha. Friends, in this shloka, the sadhana sapta sopana sarvasva we can see. Do you want to know it? Do it. Know it. First one, from this shloka, the 7 sadhanas for moksha. First, sarva adharma parityag. First. Second, Sarva Dharma Acharana. Third, that Sarva Dharma Acharana with Phala everything, offering it to the Lord and Parityaja, drop it. Four, total Sharanagati to the Lord. Fifth, to that Lord, when we have done Sharanagati, He teaches us the entire Brahma Vidya, gaining that. Sixth, that Brahma Vidya sadhana we do. Seventh, that Anubhuti we get, which is called moksha from all the shoka by the Lord's grace. So, adharma parityaga, dharma karanam, and sarva dharma phala, along with the karmas parityaga, parityaja. Fourth, sharanagati to Lord. Fifth, entire Upanishad Vidya, Saramsha, Tattva Vidya, Brahma Vidya, listening from that Guru, Krishna, Geetha. Sixth, doing that sadhana then. Lastly, do that sadhana till that Brahmanubhuti comes. That's called moksha. एक श्लोक में ही सारा बता दिया देखो. That one we chanted today. Okay. Thank you. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Om Yerime Gurubhihi Purvam Om Shankaram Shankaracharya Om Nidaye Sarva Vidyanam ओम श्रुति स्मृति पुराणानाम ओम विदिताखिल शास्त्र सुधा जलदे ब्रह्मानंदम परम सुखदम परम ब्रह्मणे श्रुति मात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मत् गुरुभ्यो नमः श्री कृष्ण परम ब्रह्मणे नमः श्रीमद् भगवद गीता अथ सॉरी श्वेताश्वतोपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणेव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्ति सनातन धर्म शिष्य व्याप्तिश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति धर्म संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजयः श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्तितेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्ष विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृतेः धर्म मोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम अस्यां कक्षायामागतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्म दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रतिभक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थं कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ओम नित्यानंदं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्. पारायणम अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः. Third we have done yesterday. Fourth, let's start. Om यैको वर्णो बहुधा शक्ति योगात् वर्णाननेकान् निहितार्थो दधाति विचैति चान्ते विश्वमादौ स देवः स नो बुद्ध्या शुभया संयुनक्तु तदेवाग्निस्तदादित्यः तद्वायुस्तदु चन्द्रमाः तदेव शुक्रं तद्ब्रह्मा तदेवा तदापस्तत्प्रजापतिः त्वं स्त्री त्वं पुमानसि त्वं कुमार उत वा कुमारी त्वं जीर्णो दण्डेन वञ्चसे त्वं जातो भवसि विश्वतो मुखः. Chanted the Upanishad mantra. Now the study of sixth mantra, sixth chapter, first line we saw. What is the topic? Jnana se Bhagavad Prapti. What is the Avatarika? Punahapi tameva darshayat. What is the mantra? Savruksha krutibih paronyah yasmat prapanchah parivartateyam dharmavaham papanudam bhagesham ज्ञात्वात्मस्थम amrutam vishwadhama. Now study it with the Bhashyam. The first lines meaning is Saha, that Paramatma. Knowing him we get moksha. Know him. Know him to be like this. Realize him to be like this. What is it? Saha Vruksha Kala Akrutivihi Paraha Vruksha Kala Akrutivihi Anyaha. Vriksha is samsara vriksha. We will see it through Bhashyam. Kala is that which makes this samsara vriksha continuously grow and grow. Okay, so vriksha akriti and kala akriti. Vriksha akriti is the entire Anantakoti Brahmandas. Kala akriti is the time in its past, present, future measurement as well as in its measurement of microseconds, seconds, minutes, etc. up to Yuga, Mahayuga, Kalpa, Mahakalpa. These are all the akaras of the Kala. Now, Vriksha Kala Akrutibihi Saha Paraha. Feel the meaning of it. Paraha means he is greater than, he is higher than, he is diviner than, he is nobler than. That is the meaning of para. Point one. Point two, Savruksha Kala Akriti Para means all the problems, troubles, samsaras we have only in Vriksha and Kala. In time and in samsara Vriksha only we have all problems, no? He is para, he is beyond. Therefore, all the problems will not be there in him. The other way around is what? In reaching him, we transcend all the problems, samsara, that is there in Vriksha and Kala. Now, what is the outcome of these two analyses? Is it not that therefore should we continue getting attached to, getting involved in, getting caught up by our choice in Vriksha and Kala, or should we slowly start attached to that Paraha, the Paramatma? For communicating to us this thought, this is said. He is beyond, he is Paraha. In him, all the samasyas that are there in these two are not there. Therefore, should we seek that Paramatma who is the solution giver of all problems? Or should we be in the Vriksha and Kala which is continuous supplier of all problems? अब देखो इतने शास्त्र पढ़कर भी ये मूल विषय हमको क्लिक नहीं होता. That is called moha. But that moha gets slowly loosened with every day's listening. Till the totally not gets loosened and removed, have to keep on listening. That is the reason we every day suggest you don't leave the classes, don't leave the satsang, don't give up the shastra adhyayana. Because it makes us realize that the Paramatma is Paraha. It makes us realize that obtaining Paramatma is the moksha from all the bondages that are there in Vriksha and Kala. So the Paraha word has this load of meaning to convey to us, to inspire us. So Vriksha Kala Akriti Paraha. Like in any of the worldly activities also, when two things are there, don't you look for the para among them better than other with one or the other parameters. जो बढ़िया है, जो श्रेष्ठ है, आप उसी को चुनते हो ना, है ना? Like you have your daughter to get married. So two boys are there. One is graduate, postgraduate, doing good job. Other is 10th fail. आप 10th fail को चुनोगे क्या? You will go for para only, no? That's why it's called vara. Vara means shrestha. Vadhu and vara. Here also, he is para, therefore seek him. That is the underlining meaning. Suggestion by the Shwethashwathara Rishi, the Shruti Mata. Because he is paraha, he should be sought. That we are saying, and that freedom is yours. Whether to seek that paraha or still seek Viksha and Kala only. Okay. Now, beautiful thing. The next word is Anyaha. What is Anya? Anya is sadhana. He is not only para, but he is Anya also. Anya means other than. So when he is other than Vriksha and Kala, naturally to seek him, you not only have to what do you call disown it, but you have to discard it also. By saying para, we are made to seek Paramatma Tattva. By saying the word Anyaha, we are made to give up this one. The Vriksha and Kala. Exactly what we studied few minutes back in our Gita 18th chapter, the shloka. So the Vriksha Kalat Paraha Anya में that Vriksha Kalat Paraha tells us the sadhana of Mamekam Sharanam Raja. Anya word says Sarvadharman Parityaj. Because he is Anya, to seek him, you have to give him other things. There वृक्ष काल को त्याग करना, सर्वधर्मान परित्यज्य is indicated by the word Anya. Mamekam Sharanam Raja, because he is Paraha, he is beyond Vriksha and Kala, he is the giver of moksha from all problems. Therefore, he is to be sought. Mamekam Sharanam Raja. Saradharman Parityajya. So, Savruksha Kala Krutivihi Paraha, he is telling us to do Mamekam Sharanam Raja. Anyaha is telling us to do Sarvadharman Parityajya. Relate karo. Upanishad and Gita, because it is Upanishad Sara only, no? This has to click to us, isn't it? That is the most important. तो हमें लगना चाहिए कि I am listening this sentence. The meaning of this sentence is this. The meaning in the meaning of this sentence is this. So, therefore, the indication is I must believe in this sentence. I must have faith in this sentence. Then I must practice this sentence. इस तरह हमको उसी में उतरना है. It's not the question of completing one after other mantras and texts, etc. That's academic. That won't help, no? That's the meaning of Nayamatma Parvachan Givena Lizainaina Labhyaha. That's the meaning of Yameva Isavrute Tena Labhyaha. Through this sloka and slokartha, we have to vrunute, seek the result by seeking and practicing the sadhana. Result is moksha, practice and sadhana is doing exactly what is said. Okay, savruksha kala krutivihi paronyaha. This word we have understood. Now let us study it with Bhashyam. Saha vruksha iti. Saha vruksha akarebhyah kala akarebhyah paraha. Bhashyam we are studying. Therefore, vruksha kala akrutivihi paraha. So, akaram is akruti. So, Vriksha Akara is the entire world of Rupa Nama, whether it is Vyashti or Samashti, whether it is Stula or Sukshma or Karan. That is what the Samsara Vrikshas Akara or Akruti. About from this, it is Paraha. He is higher than that, greater than that. Then, same way, the Kala Akruti Vihe Paraha, Kala we said, which is the time in its measurements and in its influence. Kala is there in the form of Bhuta Bhavishyat Vartamana. Kala is there in the form of Kshana up to Mahayugas. Then Kala is there in the form of Karana and Karya. Kala is there in the form of, as the Karya, giver of the Karma Phala to the Karanas. So which are the Karmas? Karma Rupi Karana के लिए फल रूपी कार्य काल देता जाता है. And that is what is samsara. That we are helpless to do karma and we are helpless to get the result. Therefore, we are under the influence of the kala. This kala akara, kala akruti se para means what? In him, therefore, the karana karanatva, karana karyatva you transcend. Karma, karma phala also you transcend. Then the continuous modification which time brings, that also we transcend. Then endfulness, because kala is such a powerful thing. It may give lenience up to a Mahakalpa kala. Yet, when the Mahakalpa is over, even Brahma Deva also has to dissolve. It gives lenience to everyone, but never spares anyone. It will consume everybody finally, if it is kala. This kala's another akruti of consumption means also is transcended. Means the fear of modification, fear of death, they are also transcended. And now modifications and death happen in kala. He is kala se para hai. Kala ke आकार है ये सब उससे पर है. That's how it is great. That state of self is great, grand, glorious, worthy of seeking. And that's the only thing worthy of seeking if you want to be freed from all problems permanently. सारे समस्याओं से शाश्वत मुक्ति के लिए आपको केवल ये वृक्ष आकृति और काल आकृति से परे उस परमात्मा को ही पाना है. That's the load of it. Vriksha kala akrutivihi paraha. And what is vrikshaha? Vrikshaha samsara vrikshaha. What is the word vriksha meant by the Shruti Mata? Samsara vrikshaha. Uktam cha. Because we have the Upanishadic authority for it. Gita authority also. But when the higher authority Upanishad is there, we quote that only. तब नहीं होता तो तब स्मृति हम quote करते. So what is the quotation? Kathopanishad. Urdhva avak shakaha esho shwatah sanatanaha. That was the shloka in the fifth valli or third valli of second chapter. First shloka. Sa evadya sahushva. And then in 2.5 paragraphs or 3 paras, in a most beautiful manner, the samsara vriksha is varnita by Bhagavan Shri Adi Shankar. भाष्य गिवन by. कल पढ़ेंगे अगर हम टाइम में, तो फिलहाल किताब सामने नहीं है मेरा. The entire samsara vriksha, its entire makeup of all the brahmandas, jivas, their place of stay, their karma phala, and their dukkha in karma phala, therefore they want to come out of it. All of that is varnita in that. Along with that, in the same vriksha samsara only, the solution from it in the form of Guru and Shastra are there. When you surrender to them, they are the givers of the moksha. See, देखो उसी जगह जहां हम फंसे हुए वहीं ना कुछ सहारा मिलता है जिससे हम वहां से बाहर आ सकते. We are caught up in Vrikshakala. In the Vrikshakala only Sadguru, Shastra and Sadhana are there. When you hold them, we go beyond this samsara. That is explained there exhaustively. So quotation is Urdhamolo, the one whose mula is above, Avakshakaha, the one whose branches are hanging below. Urdha means by upar. Upar hai Paramatma. Paramatma is always indicated to be above and beyond. Avakshakaha, below spread are the branches. Eshaha vrikshaha, ashwattha vrikshaha sanatana. It is always there. It continues, but you can come out of it by your Atmanubhuti. Why the vriksha name given samsara? Vrishchanat vrikshaha. Three meanings Bhagavan Adi Shankara gives in his Bhashya. For the word vriksha, similarly, like that vriksha is samsara. That's why it is given. One of the meanings is vrishchanat. You can cut that vriksha and you can eliminate it from the root. So too, we can, by realizing the self from the root, we can cut the samsara vriksha of karma phala, etc. That's what's compared with vriksha. Like Paramatma is compared with Akasha because so many sadrishyas of the Akasha are there with the Paramatma, Chidakasha. So yesterday, the Chidakasha alone is the truth. That's what is Leela. Is taught by Mother Saraswati. Toward the end, same we have seen in our Yoga Taravali also, that Akasha Eva finally stays. That Yogi Mudra, that Unmani Avastha, when will I see that? Kada Gamishyamo. That Akasha Swarupa Paramatma. See that in all texts that is being told. So the Atman is compared with Akasha, Samsara is compared with the Vriksha. So Savriksha explained. Enough na? Kala akrutivihi paraha iti. Paraha word is explained now. Anyaha means what? Prapancha aspasprushtam ityartha. We have seen one meaning, but the higher meaning given is by Bhagavan Adi Shankara. What do you mean by this Paramatma Tattva is Anyaha, other than, and Vriksha and Kala, their Akara. Anya means Asamsprushtaha. Not only Anya means other than these two, but it also means, the word Anya means Asamsprushtaha, untouched by all these ever. Thank God. Otherwise, spending some 5 lakhs rupees, going to all foreign tour, with the same wife and husband, children nagging, उतना दूर जाकर फिर भी वही परेशानी, कोई अकल की बात है. इसी तरह you have realized the self, but still the vriksha and kala are touching it. उसका कोई फायदा है? Isn't it? And in all other aspects of worldly successes, anything you achieve, but that samsara and kala will never leave you. But this Paramatma Swarupa is such that it is Anya to Vriksha and Kala is equal to, it is Asam Sprushta, it is untouched. So all that we said, Natanki, that happens in Vriksha, Samsara, Kala, they don't touch him. Therefore, we are liberated from them. Anya means Asam Sprushta means untouched. Therefore, you can seek it for your liberation from the samsparsha of vrukshata, samsara, kalata, the continuation of that samsara. One line studied. Savruksha kalakrutibihi paraha and anyaha. Second one is yasmat prapanchaha. Parivartate ayam. So simple meaning, from him only the prapancha comes, in him only the prapancha stays, and parivartate, finally into him only the prapancha goes. In the sense, he is the adhisthana. It is his Shakti because of which this entire prapancha's appearance, stay and disappearance happens. Now, it is said for us to make us understand about his presence. But the important point is what? Funniest thing. When our drushti is on this prapancha, like when the drushti is on the ornaments, the adhisthana, the Paramatma, the gold is not seen. And when the drushti, if we have developed, is on the substrate of the gold, where is the ornament? Yesterday we saw, no? Again in the yoga system only. The moment you see the gold as gold, where are the ornaments? Ask the gold, तुम्हारे अंदर कितने ornament बनते हैं? वो हंसेगा. What are you talking? There is nothing called ornament. I can't see it. Everywhere I only am there. फिर भी, something is superimposed on you. What is superimposed? I am always gold. For you and I who consider ourselves to be other than the gold, for us there is an superimposition of the ornamentation on the gold, not for the gold. Think about it. So, yasmat prapanchaha parivartate ayam. When the drushti is on him, the jagat is no more seen. That's the moksha. That's why the Parvati he says to Leela, till that Jagat, the reality is given by you, and also to the Ahankara, you will not see the self and you will not get moksha. That's the shloka with which we concluded yesterday in the 21st Sarga. From there only we start today. Nishprapanchata. Same we have seen as a upaya given by Adi Shankara also in that Yoga Darshana. है ना, that मनोन्मनी अवस्था पाने के लिए उपाय में कम दर्शयामि. What is that? उदासीनतया प्रपंचम पश्यन् उदासीनतया प्रपंचम संकल्पम उन्मूलनेत सावधाना. उदासीनतया प्रपंचम पश्यन् is you have nothing. And the same thing again in the text yesterday. For a seeker of truth, there is nothing to be gained or lost from this world. दोनों बातें बताते हैं. कल हमने देखा, you remember this powerful mantras. So may our intellects be sharp, subtle enough to grasp these things, and may we as a seeker be serious, sincere enough to mean business in gaining this knowledge, living this knowledge, leaving all the ignorance and ignorance born all delusions, samsaras, miseries, bondages. Don't look for any other way. There is no other way. Om 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 Purnamadaha Om Shri Shruti Matre Namaha Geetha Matre Namaha Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. We'll see the third line. Second also Yasmat Prapancha Parivartate, then Dharma Vaham Vapanudam Ityadi Kalam. Thank you. Om Shanti. Come for Geetha.